If you could only take one trade this week, which pair would you choose? Now, I'm going to show you all of my top trade picks for this week, and you simply have to tell me which trade you think has the best chance of success. Trader Tom here, currency analyst at investing.com, and let's take a look at the markets and find some high probability trades for next week. And don't forget to tell me which one you like best by leaving a comment down below. This week, we're going to look at Canadian dollar strength off the back of continued oil strength. We're also going to take a look at New Zealand dollar. It's at some really interesting levels. We're also going to work out what to do with the US dollar. And we're going to take a look at Swiss franc weakness. So strap in, let's do this. So let's start with Canadian dollar strength and all the trades that's led to. Let me also apologise for my voice. I sound like Barry White. If you don't know who Barry White is, go check him out. And we know the reason why Canadian dollar is strong, right? This is spot crude. Just look at it, right? It's flying. And we know why it's flying, right? The geopolitical reasons, tensions in the Middle East, the Strait of Hormuz. So this is what is leading to Canadian dollar strength. And we've got loads of potential trades. Let's start with Euro CAD. And if we go to the weekly chart, you can see price came down from here, and then it's sort of just become a little bit range bound. Okay, so we're kind of ranging between here and here. So the question is, can we make it back down to these lows? And I don't have a crystal ball, but I can read charts. And this is telling us that we've got big bearish candles. Even that candle is bearish. So we've got lots of selling momentum to potentially take it back down to this 5,950 level. Okay, and then if we go to the daily chart to support our idea, yeah, we can also see that this is clearly in a downtrend. Okay, and we're here. The problem is this, we're at these lows, okay, and they're holding. So we've got a couple of scenarios. If we get a big bearish daily candle, break through these lows during the week, we can trade the retest and then back down to these lows. Or if we get a pullback in here and we start to see bearish candles, even back at that high, right, big bearish daily candles, then we can also start selling from that level. Please bear in mind, guys, that this is very geopolitically driven. And if there's a ceasefire tomorrow, you could see a very quick correction in oil and therefore Canadian dollar strength. But you can't trade like that, right? You can't trade on what ifs, because we don't know what Trump's going to do. So you have to trade what is in front of you guys, right? So Euro Canadian dollar sells. We also like pound Canadian dollar sells. Let's start with the weekly. Now, the weekly is in this uptrend, okay? But we've got big bearish candle, big bearish candle. The close of that candle closed below that low. That suggests a little bit more room and selling momentum. And if I show you the monthly, obviously the monthly hasn't finished forming yet, but this level is important. Okay, so much so that on the daily, we've had a structure break, right? We broke these lows in here, and we're in a downtrend. We've also retraced to a really nice level in here. So because we have, right, we could look to sell from that level. I would aim for this 187,000. If we go to the H4, you can see, you know, we are getting some reaction here. I would still want to see perhaps maybe a little bit of more of a retrace, maybe this psychological level. And if we start seeing sellers coming here, we really like this trade. And why do I like this trade? It's because you've got two pieces of resistance. So you've got our smart river, right, which is dynamic resistance, and you've got this grey resistance level through here. So when these two marry up and we have a big psychological level, this could be a really nice level for entries. And again, guys, if you want to know exactly where I enter, stop loss, take profit, then please come join our VIP Academy. Also, guys, you can get access to our Smart River in the academy as well. All right, so go check out the link down below. Also, guys, please don't forget to smash the like button. So yeah, pound Canadian dollar sells. There's so many Canadian dollar trades. Let's just look at a few. This is at a really nice level. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. You can see we was at these highs, right? And look at that rejection. That is some serious rejection. And we're also seeing some New Zealand dollar weakness as well. And we'll look at that next, actually, right? And there's some reasons for that as well. So big weekly rejection wick. And then if we go down to the daily, right, you can see that we have broken down. And we've pulled back. What was once support becomes really nice resistance. So because we're at a nice level, let's look at the H4. And these candles are not telling me sellers have taken over yet. But again, we've got that double resistance. We've got our smart river coming down. Price likes to react here. And we've got these two resistance levels here as well. So in here, if we start seeing bearish candles, we've got a really nice trade. Take some profit here. Let some profit run. What other Canadian dollar pairs? Let's have a look at, I mean, Swiss franc pairs are weak, right? And we'll look at those as well. But the problem with them is, right, you can see on the weekly, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we were like, will it hold at this level? No, it won't. Super bullish weekly candle. We've got room to come back up to these highs, right? The problem with it is with the daily, there's just no value, guys, right? It's so overextended. And this goes for all Swiss franc pairs. We'll look at a couple more in a minute. So, yeah, there's no value up here, right? If we do start seeing big pullbacks into here, then okay, I'm interested in potential buys then, right? But as it stands right now, no. So if we do get a pullback to this level, really interested in Canadian dollar, Swiss franc buys. It's a big if though, right? Same with Canadian dollar yen. Let's show you the weekly first. This has some more room to move into, right? On the weekly chart, we've broken a bit of a level through here, which we will see on the daily. There you go. But the same problem, right? Very overextended. And we can tell that because it's so far removed from our smart river. And our smart river is like the median of the chart, right? Price always wants to come back to the river. So I would need a pullback to at least here, if not further, and let our river catch up as well. So we'll see again, but we are interested in both of those trades. While we're looking at Swiss franc, yeah, let's take a couple of look at a couple of pairs. So let's have a look at US dollar, Swiss franc. And remember, guys, don't forget to pick your trade of the week and leave a comment down below. We've got loads more trades to show you, so you pick your best one. If we go to the weekly, right, we've broken a key level, right, with US dollar, Swiss franc. I'm also US dollar strength, right, is my bias, and we'll look at that as well. We've got all this room to move into with US dollar, Swiss franc as well. Obviously, it's probably not going to do that in a week. Something pretty drastic would have to happen if it did. But you can clearly see we was in this just ranging crappy market, crappy price action, and then bang, we've broke. We're not that overextended on the daily because we had all of this price action, right? We can just look for a pullback into here. Okay, get a pullback into here, nice bullish daily candles. We'll enter on the lower time frames, right? But we're looking for a bullish daily candle in here, and we can start trading from there. Yeah, there's a few Euro, Swiss franc, right? Go to the weekly. We've broken this key level. I would aim for up to this next level in here. Daily, you know, reasonably overextended. We start getting pullbacks into here. Smart river catches up. This is where we want to trade from. And then typically, guys, if we pull back to here, I'm looking for H4 structure breaks to start entering that pair. What's another Swiss franc pair? Aussie dollar, Swiss franc. Let's go to the weekly. So, yeah, again, Swiss franc pairs have broken key levels, right? If we look left, the thing with this one is we are literally at a bit of a resistance level here anyway. But, you know, is there a little bit more room? If we go to the daily, just looking at this, guys, I prefer this less compared to Euro Swiss franc or US dollar Swiss franc. So, but you get the idea with Swiss franc pairs. They are flying, broken key resistance levels. We need a retrace. Where should we go to next? Let's look at New Zealand dollar pairs. There's lots of these as well. And we need to look at the indices for this, right? Now, this is very important to point out, right? Let's go to the weekly. On the weekly, we have had a break of these lows. That candle, the body of that candle, has broken those lows. That is a structure break. And you can see on our smart river, right, it turns red. It tells you when trend changes. Now, that is a big deal. Okay, it really is, because you've got so much free air, you know, and the next level of real support is in here, right? You can clearly see that, right? That could potentially be a target. Now, this means, right, if the indices continue this drop because of this break, you are going to see a weakness in New Zealand dollar and Aussie dollar, right? There's a correlation that I speak about every week and is super important, right? If this carries on down, you are going to see weakness in these pairs, right? You'll also see strength in potentially yen and the flight to safeties, right? So bearing that in mind, these New Zealand dollar trades play into that break of structure on the indices. So if we go to Euro New Zealand dollar now, we go to the weekly chart, you can see we are pretty much ranging between here and here, right? And look at that weekly candle. Excuse my voice, Barry White is in the house. Big weekly push off of a support level. Now on the daily, that hasn't meant a daily structure break. We're still in a daily downtrend, right? But I love this pullback to here, and I would aim for our smart river, right? That would be a pretty good target. Obviously, this will move and is dynamic, but that's generally a pretty good target. If we drop down to the H4 now, you can see we're at a lovely level, right? I mean, it could come down to this level here, but you can see how H4 is, right, in an uptrend. We've pulled back to a nice level through here. If we start seeing buyers in and around here, I think this is a really nice buy trade. If those indices continue to drop, right? And we've got a few like this. Pound New Zealand dollar is exactly the same. Weekly. I mean, this one's interesting because we're still, I mean, we're kind of here, right? But we're in an uptrend. We broke all these highs in here, higher highs, higher lows, right? Those never broke. We've got a nice bullish wick reaction. If we drop to the daily, all I'd be looking to do would be to come back up to here first, really back up to these highs. But if we go down to the H4, that's still lots of room, right? That's a good, you know, 3,000, you know, you've still got 100 ticks in here, right? So again, if we start seeing bullish candles come off of here, I think we got a nice trade. New Zealand yen is at a really nice level. Okay, it's come back up, tested this weekly high, wick rejection. Again, on the daily, we're not in a downtrend yet, but you can see we're getting selling pressure. This could be a sell trade back down to this area of support, if not further. And the same with New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, right? Now we know that Swiss franc is weak, but with New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, we're at a key resistance level. Again, on the daily, right, nothing's telling us to sell this yet. I mean, that's super bullish. But if we start seeing big bearish candles in here, we could potentially have an against trend trade. And when I say against trend, I mean against the daily trend. So yeah, those are the New Zealand dollar pairs I am looking at. Please remember, guys, leave a comment for your favorite trade of the week. You can pick only one. Obviously, you can trade more, but just tell me your trade of the week as well. What do we want to look at now? Let's have a look at US dollar. Right now, if we go to the dollar index, the US dollar is strong. Right, and if we just stay on the day chart here, right, price has been pretty scruffy, right, but now look at this, we broke these highs. So at the very least, we have US dollar strength up to here, right? And if I show you the weekly now, we have broken the key 100 level, right? We're back above this crucial support and resistance level. We're back above it. We've retested, right? Can we come higher? It's looking like we can with the facts on the chart. We're in an uptrend. We've broken a key resistance level. And this is important, guys, right? This is not me predicting the future, right? This is me looking at facts. The facts are this, right? We are in this uptrend, right? We have broken a key resistance level. We are seeing super bullish weekly candles. That is what's telling me to buy, not my crystal ball. I don't have one. It's in the attic. Laughing at my own jokes. So typically US dollar strength. And if we just look at a couple of US dollar pairs, New Zealand dollar, US dollar's interesting. Broken down. Right, we're getting lower highs, lower lows, and we've got a big wick, a big bearish candle. Can we come down to this level here? Yes, daily is a little bit contradictory because we are in this uptrend. So yeah, maybe pullbacks into here. We could look to come lower. Again, guys, if you want to know how and when I trade these pairs, please come join our VIP Trading Academy. The link is down below. What else? We look at Aussie dollar, US dollar's interesting. So remember, guys, if those indices continue to drop, then Aussie dollar will be a loser. And you can see here on the daily, right? Aussie dollar is between a rock and a hard place. Now, if we get a break of these lows, I'm very much an Aussie dollar, US dollar seller. But, you know, if we got a break of these highs, which I think is less likely because of what I showed you on the dollar index, then we're a Aussie dollar, US dollar buyer. And again, guys, I'm not in the business of predicting crystal balls and all of that. I will let the chart tell me if it breaks this key level, it wants to come lower. Simple as that, right? Yeah, and as for US dollar, Swiss franc, we looked at that, and US dollar yen. I mean, this is mental. You know, this is breaking highs since 1986, right? Crazy stuff. Look at it, right? It's just, you know, yen intervention. I keep talking about this, but, you know, as soon as the BOJ intervenes, everyone just becomes a buyer again. But not much value up here for a buy trade. So yeah, there you go, guys. Those are all my trades. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what your trade of the week is. Also, guys, please don't forget to join our VIP Trading Academy if you're serious about becoming a full-time trader. Also, go check out the free Discord and keep an eye out for the live streams during the week. Please come out and check my pre-market analysis. All right, guys, have a great trading week. See you soon.